Good morning, students. This is Venkat. I'm your social teacher. I hope you all are fine. So today I got a chance to interact with you. I'm very happy to interact with you all. So class 8 and 9 children. On this occasion, I'm going to start a small concept. Before of the concept, I'm going to ask you that one of the question. What is meant by a movement? So first of all, without knowing the meaning of movement, you cannot understand this concept. Movement means when the people are not happy with the existing system, then they will turn against of that. What is meant by movement? When the people are not happy with the system, they are going to be turned against of the system. So you see that long days before, it means before of independence. There are some persons working for independence, and finally we all are tasted the fruits, the ripened fruits. So see that a lot of people like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, and we know that revolutions leaders like Bhagat Singh and some other members also working for Indian independence. Those members working, those members struggle, finally we are tasting the success of those members. What is the difference between 1947 to present days? Once upon a time, there is a lot of restrictions. See, like present, we are staying in the home. Do you know why we are staying in the home? We are staying in the home because of corona effect. We know that corona is a virus which is spreading from one person to other person. Because of the fear, we are staying in the home. So the government, everyone is restricting you. So we know that before of independence, that is 1947, we are also restricted by government without virus. But even for everything, even for your movement, for traveling from one place to other place, for celebration of festival, for going to the schools, for every place there is a lot of restrictions. So in this class, I'm going to be start that one of the concept, that is national movements. National movement in India. Here in this class, I'm going to start that from 1885 to till 1947, what are the success is happened and how we achieved independence. These are all the things I'm going to be explained. So before starting this, we have to know that how many places the national movements was divided. National movements was divided into three. One is called moderates, second one is called as extremist, third one is called Gandhian era. So the complete national movements of India are divided into three phases. First phase is called moderate phase. Second phase is called as extremist phase. Third phase is called as Gandhian era. So, what is the period of first? The moderate period between 1885 to 1905. Extremist 1905 to 1919. Gandhian period from 1919 to 1947. This period is called as Gandhian era. From one page to other page, there are such variations, otherwise called as some variations. Little bit variations we can get between one period to other periods. So here, these are the three periods are very important for Indian independence. We know that we are always saying that Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, these are the people worked very hard for getting at Indian independence. Not only that, and also we have such other persons, those who are working for Indian independence. Take an example first, moderates. What are the ideas of moderates? Moderates' ideas was triple P. What is meant by triple P? Triple P means first, P means pray. Second P means protest. Third one is called as petition. So we'll explain briefly these three P's: pray, protest, and also called as petition. Pray means whenever we are requesting to the other members, what you will do that? So please sir, please excuse me sir this time. Like in a simple way, we are asking to the other members, so please, that you can say praying. So we are praying to the God, please God provide me that. Please God, I'm struggling with that. Please help me to come out of that. Similarly, first idea of moderates was praying or any person, or first of all, once upon a time, moderates are always praying to the British officials, please provide me that, in the form of praying. Second one is protest. Protest means group of people by catching placards, by holding that flags, just they all will come out and they will protest against of the British government, whatever they wanted. So first one is praying, second one is called protest. Protest cannot doing by one person, protest can doing by the group of people. They came out and they will do that where one of the movement that were silent without any violence, and they never complained into the any person also. Petition in the sense just writing a letter to the higher officials, whatever they want, they will mention everything in the letter and they will say to the British government what they want. That you can say the petition. So one more time, we have to see that what are the ideas of moderates. So moderates' ideology was praying, protest and petition is also in a simple form. We are saying that triple P. Who are the important persons in these moderates? Surendranath Banerjee, W.C. Banerjee, Dadabhai Naoroji, Badruddin Tyagi, Firoz Shah Mehta, etc. There are some other persons also working for the development of more rates. So one more time, who are the persons are working for more rates? Surendranath Banerjee, W.C. Banerjee, Dadabhai Naoroji, Badruddin Tyagi, Firoz Shah Mehta, and these are the important leaders. They are working for the development of more rates. What are the demands of these members? These members' demands was demand for the British government provide independence and conducting elections, provide infrastructure and share of Indian people in the jobs. These are demands of the Moreheads. One more time. Demanding the British government in the simple way, without any violence, just requesting. There are some demands like conducting elections and appointment of legislatures and also giving chance to the Indians in the government jobs. These are the main demands of the Moreheads. One more thing, in this process I am going to be say that once upon a time, in the sense of before of 1947, one of the biggest exam that is conducted by British government for filling the highest positions in the region of India, like a civil servant. In simple language, in present, we are calling that IAS, IPS and IFS. That you can say the collectors and police officers. These are the posts. Once upon a time, for filling the highest positions, British government is conducting one exam. That you can say that civil servant exam. So, even for appointing in India also, they are conducting this exam in the region of England, not in the region of India. So, Moreheads' demand was, the demand of Moreheads was the conducting of civil servant exam not in England, that should be conducted in the region of India, particularly for filling the vacant seats of Indians. We can say that vacant government positions of India, and also that vacant, the civil servant will fill up with the Indians only, not with the British government. These are the main demands of the Moreheads. So the demand was civil service exams to conduct in the region of India, not in the region of England. These are the demands of the Moreheads. And also, at the time of 1885, these members are feeling that they required one organization. So one of the development of Moreheads was in 1885 they formed that one organization, that you can say that INC. It means Indian National Congress. For formation of INC, every person from India, they worked for this. Take an example how INC was formed and who are the persons working for the formation of INC and how much success it was happened, and who are the British officials are supported for the formation of INC. So INC was formed in 1885. Before I explained that Moreheads leaders like Surendranath Banerjee, W.C. Banerjee, Badruddin Tyabji, Firozi Mehta. Along with these members, 72 delegates of different parts of India. 72 delegates of different parts of India, they also supported for the formation of Moderates. For the formation of INC. So these are the 72 delegates, different parts of India. Before of 1947, different parts in the sense of, that is, East Bengal is also called as Bangladesh, present as Bangladesh, and western side of India, Pakistan is also part of India and present India. So India, Pakistan, Bangladesh all together is called as India. Once upon a time, these are the 72 delegates from different parts of India. All the 72 delegates and some other moderate leaders, all together they decided to form that one of the political organization that is called as INC, Indian National Congress. So all together they appointed one person, name is called as W.C. Banerjee. So W.C. Banerjee was the president of INC. This person worked for the development of INC and is the first president of INC. So this person name is called as W.C. Banerjee. Who is he? He is the first president of INC. What is the work and how this INC worked and who are the British officials supported for the formation of INC? Let us see that. British retired officer name is called as Yeoh Hume. What the person name is called as Yeoh Hume supported for the formation of INC. He is a British retired officer. He worked along with the Moderates. All together they formed that INC. For the reason, in the formation of INC, Yeoh Hume is also played a crucial role for development of Indian independence. And also, what the INC were. Once upon a time, for protesting or else to the request to the British government for any demand from the Indian side, everything once upon a time they can send through the INC to the British government. We have any demands of India. So if one person will go that, British never case that. So the reason Indians decided to form the INC. Every work of India success that they can send through the INC, and the British is also supported and for that INC, and they are also accepting that the policies of INC, because Moderates system is always very cool system, that is smooth manner. Because you take an example, before I said that one of the great person belongs to that Moderates, name is called Dadabhai Naoroji. We know that it's a grand old man of India, grand old man of India. It means almost every person, those who are in the Moderates, they are educated, intellectuals. They are also influencing the ideology of Western. So these are the Moderates are always influencing the Western ideology, and also they want to bring that Western ideology into that India, like English education and implementation of Western ideology system in the region of India, and to cut that some traditional systems of India too. Come to that one more. Moderates was not success because their policies was different and extremist ideology was different. Now let us see that how extremists worked for the development of Indian independence instead of the moderates. So take an example difference. Moderates are always polite, smooth, and the whole people can found in the region of moderates, but extremist people is different. These members, they like that violence, they want to take revenge, and these members are always working on this process, and also mainly youth and young are the members of extremists. First of all, we have to know that why the group of extremists was formed. Because Morris was not success to bring the independence. Even that Morris are unable to take every word to the British government. So instead of that, British was not at all giving a lot of respect to the Morris because of their ideas. For the reason, extremists was decided to do something for achieving the independence. In this process, here I am going to be explaining the extremists. So, between the time of 1905 to 1919 is called as extremists. Here, the people is called as warm-blooded people. Warm-blooded in the sense of very young, dynamic people, and also these members, they like the violence and they want to get everything from the British government by forcefully, but this is the one of the system of extremists. Take an example, who are the persons working for the development of extremists. We have three, we can see that Lal, Bal, Pal. Three are the persons, is the main persons of extremists. One is called Lal Bal Pal. Who is Lal Bal Pal? Lala Lajpati Rai, Bala Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal. So these three, one is called Lala Lajpati Rai, Bala Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, popularly called as Lal Bal Pal. And we know that Bala Gangadhar Tilak. So Bala Gangadhar Tilak, one of the famous slogan, we know that the slogan is Swaraj is my birthright, I shall have it. It means Swaraj is a one, means independence. Swaraj is my birthright. Birth means we know that. Right means we know that. Swaraj is my birthright, I shall have it. So that is one of the slogan is given by Bala Gangadhar Tilak. These are the persons, particularly Lala Lajpati Rai, Bala Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal. These persons worked for the development of extremists, and they will take that sometime, they will take that, they means they will catch the weapons, they will fight against of the British government. We know that Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, and these are also the members. They also like that extremist ideology only, and that is a system of extremists. So here one more time try to understand that what is moderates, what is extremists, and how they worked for the development of Indian independence. Who are the members working for moderates? Who are the people working for extremists? Now, between the time of 1902 to 1905, there is one movement was occurred this is one of the biggest movement in the region of India, also called as the first movement also. See that first. Try to understand that. Once try to remember that India map, that in the region of eastern side of India. Here in the region of eastern side, we have a state like Bengal, present day West Bengal. But once try to recollect the information before of 1947. Before of 1947, one more country is there here is called as East Bengal. That is called as state. And here we have that Bihar. And here also we have that Odisha. Once upon a time, in between the time of 1902 to 1905, the governor of this area was Lord Curzon. British Governor General, name is called as Lord Curzon. Lord Curzon decided to divide that Bengal into two parts. Why Lord Curzon want to divide the state into two? Lord Curzon is saying that Bengal is a biggest territory or biggest area. We are unable to maintain the administration. Because of maintenance of the administration, we want to divide that Bengal into two. Then we can control each and everything. Because of the vast in size, we are unable to maintain that Bengal. So the reason Lord Curzon decided to divide the Bengal into two, that is different areas, based upon the different areas. But people of Bengal is saying that Lord Curzon wantedly was dividing the Bengal because there is a unity was rising in the region of Bengal, and every person of Bengal, including the East Bengal and also the West Bengal, they are working for the development of Indian independence. All together, they are fighting against of the British. Because of this unity, British government want to be divide that Bengal into two. So all the people of Bengal, they are against of division of Bengal, that you can say that partition of Bengal. So they decided to stop that partition. So they all are fought against of this one. In this one is happening in 1905, partition of Bengal. So when on the day when the Bengal is going to be divided, on the day, the people of Bengal, including the East Bengal, West Bengal, and some parts of Bihar and some parts of Odisha, they are feeling that it is a national mourning day. National mourning day in a sense, if any bad is happen in the home, what we will do that? Like any person is going to pass it in the home, what we will do that? So the day when the Bengal is going to be divided, or when the Bengal is going to be partitioned, on the day all the people, they gone through that Ganga river and they started the bathing. After the bathing, all the people, they came out. Hindus tied Rakis to the Muslim, Muslim tied Rakis to the Hindu. With this, we want to show to the British government, we are not different, we all are united. For the purpose of showing the unity between the one person to other person, Indians was tied that Muslims to Hindus, Hindus to Muslim, they tie the Rakhi. That is the one we want to show the British. By seeing this, British is also started some different measures to control the people of India. So the reason, one more time, in 1905, British Governor General Lord Curzon was to divide that Bengal into two parts, and the people of India directly we oppose that, and all the people of India they gone to that, means all instance people of Bengal they gone to the Ganga river and they bath and they tied Rakhis to the Hindus to Muslim, Muslims to Hindu. Just we want to show to the British government we all are united. We are not variation between one to other. What is the result of this partition? Result of this partition. First result was it was given chance to the people of India with a strong they want to fight against of the British. For the reason it rises for the Vande Mataram movement. So people of Bengal they came out, they came to the streets and they started with that slogan Vande Mataram, and every place and every area of Bengal without violence they came with that Vande Mataram and shouting. They can say the hotels on the streets they came out and started that Vande Mataram. With that they started the movement in 1905. It rises for Vande Mataram movement. So students, employees, all the people they participated, and because no group of people are happy with this division, so they all participated in the movement of Vande Mataram. Students they stopped going to schools, employees they stopped for going for job, even for peasants also. No worker, those who are working under British government, they also started support. Take an example, washermen, barbers and some other professional people, those who are working under British government, they stopped, they support the British government. With this they struggled a lot. Even that they also collected foreign clothes, they burned a lot of foreign clothes was collected, they burned on the roads, and that we want to show that we never encourage foreign clothes and also that foreign business. And at the time Indians like P.C. Roy and also Jamsetji Tata, these are the two famous Indian industrialists. Jamsetji Tata, one of the founder of Tata Group of Industries, and also that P.C. Roy is also one of the biggest businessmen in the region of Bengal. So P.C. Roy founded one of the chemical industry by using that Indian technology, and Jamsetji Tata is also founded iron and steel company in the region of Bihar. With this, we are going to be encouraged Indian industries, not with the British industries. We are encouraging that Indian goods instead of the foreign goods. With this, India got somewhat turning to that foreign goods to Indian goods. So one more time, what the concept I'm going to be explained today, I'm going to be revise that. So here national movements, I explained that why movement is going to be started, and I also explained that what is mean by national movements. Here what is the requirement of national movements. I also explained that the three phases of Indian national movement. First phase of movement was more rights. Second phase is called as extremist. Third phase is called as Gandhian era. The first phase is a moderate phase. These people, they like their silence and also simple way. They have a three phase that you can say that pray, protest and also the petition. And I also explained that who are the persons working for that. That you can say that Surendranath Banerjee, W.C. Banerjee, Firoz Shah Mehta and Badruddin Tabji. These are the persons working and these are the people that are influencing with the Western ideology. Finally, we got somewhat success with the formation of INC, that is in 1885. There are some persons like all the people of moderates with the support of 72 delegates from different parts of India. All together, they supported for the formation of INC. Finally, after the formation of INC, that India sending every message to the British through the form of INC only, because British government is also started giving respect to the INC. Come to that, one of the British officer name is called as A.O. Hume is also worked for the formation of INC and he supported requirement for the formation of INC. And we know that the first person, the president of INC was Mr. Umesh Chandra Banerjee, that you can say that W.C. Banerjee. And we know that present days we have IAICC, that is All India Congress Committee. Present we have the Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Manmohan Singh. These are the members of INC present days. Once upon a time, the president of INC was Mr. Umesh Chandra Banerjee. Like every freedom fighter, including Subhash Chandra Bose and also the Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, every freedom fighter, they became the president of INC once upon a time. And I also explained that what is meant by extremists, quite opposite to the moderates and extremists. Moderates is called as that simple and silence. Extremists are always giving priority for violence. These people is always young and youth, always working through the form of violence. And also people like Lal Balpal, Lala Lajpati Rai, Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. These are the persons working for the development of extremists, because extremists are quite opposite to the moderates. And here we know that one of the movement name is called as Vande Mataram movement. Vande Mataram movement was led by the people of Bengal to against of the partition of Bengal. Finally, British is also responded on this movement led by the people of India. All the students, everyone was participated in the movement of Vande Mataram movement. Finally, people, Indian industrialists like Jamsetji Tata, P.C. Roy, these are the members supported for the development of Vande Mataram movement by starting Indian industries, particularly that chemical industry started by Mr. P.C. Roy. Tata company was started by Mr. Jamsetji Tata. With this success, and we became against the British government in some of the aspects. So here, this is the two phases. I was explained that the first and second phase. The third phase I'm going to meet in the part 2. Again, I'll make a video, the part 2. Before of concluding this lesson, I'm giving some work. Everyone can do the work and you have to follow the instructions. And after completion of holidays, I'm going to conduct a small test based upon this concept, that is national movements, by including that two part. So here first, a small project I'll give you for you. The project was What are moderates? What is the objectives of moderates? What are moderates? What are the objectives of moderates? What are the developments of moderates? Who are the persons working for the moderates? Second one is similarly ideas, objects, and how extremists was working for Indian independence. These are the works we have to do by using that A4 size papers. Thank you. We meet you in the part 2.